All right, y'all. Listen, let me go a little old school right now because, as you can see, I'm not in my bum ass kitchen as I normally am. I'm actually on vacation. I'm seeing family. I'm up in Texas. So shout out to all my Texas folk. All right, H Town, all that. You know what I mean? Austin, Texas, Dallas, whatever. All right. So on my mind right now, I'm just thinking about special delivery. Keep my wrists all glittery. Get cake, snakes get slivery. Lean in, show y'all the mean and the chivalry. Rap ruler, you can ask Buddha. Right jab like Zab Judah. Hey, remember my team was a shooter. Tight like a womb, no room for intruders. Shout out to G-Dep, man. I'm glad to see that he got the clemency. I mean, if he's obviously remorseful and he has been rehabilitated in jail, then obviously I welcome him being able to come home. I think that's a good thing. So someone asked me in the comments in the community section. By the way, if you don't see me make videos, I'm in them community sections. I post my thoughts. I can't always make videos. I'm a busy dude. I got stuff to do necessarily. But the thing is, I am in the community section, so I'm not going to disappear on y'all forever. None of that shit. But the point is, the question was like, what do I think about the whole Diddy situation? To be honest with you, it's not really like, and by situation, they mean the lawsuits and all that stuff flying. I don't have an opinion. And the reason I don't have an opinion is that my channel is really about hip hop music. I don't really get into the personal lives of rappers and the artists. I kind of don't care in the grand scheme of things. I've never been one to really care about the tabloid of people. It's funny, I clicked a video the other day talking about the real story between Iggy Azalea and Playboi Carti. I think it was on the No Jumper. And as I was watching it, I just felt like a dick rider. Felt like a loser, like, you know what I'm saying? And then Iggy said this, and then Playboy posted this, and then Iggy and then Iggy showed up at the mall with this. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't no groupie, man. I don't give a damn what happens. I just left. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't really care in the grand scheme of things. I'm an artist, okay? Like, I like artist stuff. We can discuss Playboi Carti's music, how he makes his music. We can talk about Pierre and how Pierre makes his music and what inspires him to make his music. That's the stuff that's interesting to me. Not what, like, what I'm saying. He said this chick, and then she tweeted him back. And then she ignored him, and then he unfollowed her on Instagram. I'm sorry. I'm just even when I was young, that kind of shit would have been corny to me personally. So the point is, I don't care about Diddy's personal life. I think that if like anything, it's very straightforward. If someone's done crime, right, they should go to jail for it. If it's a crime worthy of going to jail for. And obviously, I don't agree with abusing women on any level. It's just not something I've done, and I don't agree with anybody really that does it. I think that because it's a human thing, really. I'm just not that kind of dude, anyways. I'm just not into like abusing people, period. So the point is that if Diddy did in fact do it, then he needs to face the repercussions. If Cassie and others are out here on some money grab shit, then hopefully they face the repercussions because I also don't like that shit. You know, I saw a post actually, an acquaintance of mine, lady friend, put up, and she was saying basically beware of people that claim victimhood all the time because they're usually psychos and narcissists, and it's absolutely true. A lot of narcissists and psychos use victimhood to come up. It's just the truth. And again, I'm not saying that that applies in this case, but I'm just saying in general. I just happened to be looking at that quote this morning, and now I'm making this video. So before someone says, "Yo, you siding with Diddy," nah. Look, it's the music industry. A lot of stuff happens in the music and the film industry that's dark. There's a lot of there is. I wouldn't say necessarily a lot of abuse. Like it's hard to even quantify that kind of shit. But obviously, there is a lot of the casting couch thing is real, and abuse and all kinds of things that go on. So um, it's quite possible. I mean, again, I don't know. But at the end of the day, man, I fucks with Diddy's music, special delivery and the dancing and all that in there. You know what I mean? That's very much me. So, anyway, in terms of hip hop, obviously, shit is slow. I try to listen to some stuff on Hip Hop DX. I'm on their site right now. Obviously, I don't have my bum ass speakers with me to play some shit, but I look on Hip Hop DX for the latest hip hop news. And obviously, ain't shit going on, man. Shit is really stale. It's almost Christmas. It's Christmas Eve, right? So I clicked on this record. I was like, oh, okay, let me look at the singles. It says Mo Jam's Concrete Boys. So I started playing this record, right? It sounds lame already, so I skipped it. Who thinks this shit is hot? I mean, really? This nigga sounds like a little baby, right? Who sounded like the Migos. Right? It's like, it's just sleepy and stupid, man. So, get out of here, man. Yeah, I mean, every time I try to give a new nigga a chance, I'm like, oh, Concrete Boys. Kind of like the name. It's an interesting. It's not the most interesting name in the world, right? In Toronto, we had a group called Concrete Mob, right? Which was, again, back in the 90s. So Concrete Boys, not the craziest name ever, but I was like, okay, Concrete, that's tough. You know what I'm saying? I like tough rap. So I know it's called More Concrete. I'm like, let me listen to it. Again, put me right to sleep. Hip hop has never been worse. It hasn't. Again, this is nothing new. If you've been following my channel, I've been talking about how bad hip hop has been getting since at least 2017. And I told you it got worse. It gets worse every year, and it has gotten worse every year. And now we're pretty much at the absolute low point. Um, this is easily the worst year in hip hop history. The year before that was terrible too. But again, it's just it will get to the point where there's not even a single song worth hearing. I think I kind of in 2023, I can't really think of a single song except for maybe Lemonade by Max B that I actually played multiple times. And even that song is it's cool, but it's nothing that will really blow your top off like that. So it's gonna get worse, man. 2024, unless someone does something and comes out like with a new sound or something like that, expect 2024 to be more of the same. It's going to be more of the same weak shit, clout peddling, clout demons, lames. It just is what it is, man. This is the era we live in. And, you know, again, I'm not surprised. Again, I see the typical same shit. I go to some of these hip hop websites. These guys are talking about Open Mike Eagle and whatever, Mick Jenkins and Alchemist, and they're like top albums of the year. Ain't nobody listens to that shit, dude. Okay, a couple internet nerds here and there listen to that shit, but hip hop fans are not listening to these niggas. Okay, I've seen this pattern since at least 2005, 2006, where the underground, everyone's sort of fragmented. So the underground, low energy niggas will put up their favorite dweeb, sleepy albums featuring some underground act that pretty much no one cares about. And they'll be like, I was feasting this year. It was a great year. Sure it was, okay? For everyone else, we didn't give a shit, okay? We don't listen to Open Mike Eagle. I'm sorry, okay? So, I don't know. When I hear people talk about, yeah, man, you just gotta dig, I'm like, dig where? It's trash everywhere, homie. And these people are never specific. Oh, it was a great year. You just don't know, right? Because you don't dig. Okay, well, tell us what you found, homie. They get quiet, they get mute, then they start dissing you, and goofy shit. So, long story short, I just wasn't impressed by this year at all. This will probably be my wrap up of the year, all things considered, to be real with you. But you already know how I feel about this shit, man. You already know how I feel. I think Lemonade, like I said, was probably the best new record that I heard this year altogether. And this year, it's a lot of young nudie. EA. Been playing EA, can't get enough of it. The same old shit. Like, you can tell on my community page, whatever I'm like really bumping, that's probably what I post. So, and a lot of it is not new, right? So, Cardi has come out with some new joints that are trash. And, what can I tell you, man? I mean, I'm a Cardi fan, but I haven't really been a fan since those Whole Lot of Red leaks, right? In the early 2010s, no, sorry, 2020s or something like that, right before the album, like 2019. So that's self-titled, the 2017 to like 2019. It's kind of like where I would like actually bump Cardi, and all this other stuff after this is getting kind of weak to me. I mean, I don't like the fact that Cardi has completely switched up his sound all the time. I think, again, that's a recipe for disaster. You want to be a legend. If you want to be a legend, you got to be consistent. And that means you have a formula and then you improve the formula. So Cardi should have taken what was great about self-titled and made that better, because what was lacking on self-titled was like, well, lyricism, I would say. Um, and just bring it. And that's the whole thing. That's how Cardi could have really become a legend. Now he's just kind of like a trend hopper. It's like whatever. And he is setting the trend to a certain extent, so I will say that. But again, you'll notice that these songs he's making really are devolving. They're. It's funny because people are like, "Oh, it's so new," like the casuals, but really it just sounds like some half baked young thug shit. He's actually going backwards if you're really paying attention. I'm gonna be real with you. Self-titled was his most forward-thinking style and his most forward-thinking music, and that's why it holds up the best, right? So, but again, I expect this from this new era. That's what this new era is about. It's not about building on what's great, because they a lot of times don't have an idea of what's great, right? And they're not encouraged to know what's great. It's very quick, like, okay, get attention, move on to the next thing. So, what can you say, right? What can you say? In 2024, I mean, honestly, I don't really have my hopes up for any of this hip hop shit. But of course, if Rocky drops a project, I'll listen to that shit. If Pierre makes a beat, I'll obviously listen to that shit. Um, but yeah, I'm hoping that there's some kind of new energy, someone that just comes with with something dope. Because it's looking really boring and stale out here, yo. Anyway, peace.